Is Banana Republic's summer collection really worth your money? If you're wondering what to add to your cart and what to leave behind, then keep on watching. Your feedback from my recent Talbot's review video was so sensational and so fantastic. I thought, hey, maybe I've got something going on here and I should try to review some other brands. So today's video is all about Banana Republic, and I see that they have a July collection out. So let's take a look at it and see what we can find that might be worthy of adding to your summer wardrobe. Right off the bat, the very first item here is this mini dress, and I have to say, sorry, but I'm not liking this pattern. Loud and too much going on. This dress itself comes also in a black and a red solid color, which are a little better, but I do have to say I am not crazy about the way this dress is fitting on this model. It is an open back, and I can see that the straps are adjustable, which is a good thing, but I think the way it is situated on this model, it is sitting a little too high up on her chest, and you can obviously see that she is not wearing a bra with it, and her boobs are sitting lower. So it's like the dress is starting up here and then the boobs are down here, and it just makes it look like the boobs are hanging down even lower, even though I'm sure she's very trim, very young. I'm sure they're a lot perkier than what this dress is making them out to look like. I know I'm not getting any younger, and although I haven't had children, I see gravity starting to take over my chest, and I don't want them looking any saggier than they already are. So for this dress, I would probably suggest, if you were to buy it, to extend the straps so that the top of the dress can hit a little lower, so you don't have a whole lot of dress and then boob. So at least it's like dress boob, and it makes it look a little more flattering. I'm hoping I'm explaining that right. Sometimes you don't always have to have a shapely dress. Sometimes it's fun to have a dress that has just an A-line silhouette, that it's flowy, that it's loose, doesn't always have to accentuate your waist. I think that little ruffly detail at the bottom, it makes it read a lot more youthful. It's a cute dress, but I don't think you would look very sophisticated. I'm very 50-50 on caftan dresses. Sometimes they can look really elegant and chic and almost like the row type of vibe, and sometimes they can look really frumpy and oversized and not in a good way. This one, I'm really liking the shape of it. I especially love it in the black color. Yes, 100% linen. The black looks really, really chic to me. I love the buttons down the side. You can open them up and wear it as a beach cover-up, or you can close them down a little bit and wear it for an elegant lunch. I like that she's got a strappy sandal with it. I think this is really flattering. I actually really, really like this one. So I would definitely say this one is a good option. I love that one and done essence of a jumpsuit. The thing with a jumpsuit is that you have to make sure that the proportions are right, because sometimes you might be short-waisted or long-waisted, and the jumpsuit itself is not going to fit your body type. The overall look of this jumpsuit is nice. It has a very deep wrapped look to it, but you can easily probably wear a strapless bra underneath it. It has a little bit of waist cinching detail, and it has some wide legs, which I really, really like. One thing I was running into a big problem over on the Talbot's website, if you watched that video, was a lot of issues with the length of the pants. They were just not coming up to the right length. They were coming up way too short, and I'm not the tallest gal out there. I'm 5'7". I prefer to have an ankle length of a 28 is the perfect one for me. So what I always suggest is for you to find your favorite pair of ankle length trousers that you already own and measure the inseam from the crotch all the way down and get your perfect inseam. That way you always know what that number is and you don't have to guess at anything. This one's got the regular inseam at 27. So this is going to hit me just slightly above my ankle, which is fine. I don't want it going any further than that, because then it starts creeping up into that frumpy territory. For me, that would be fine. A tall inseam is a 30. That would probably hit me at the top of my foot. So if I wanted them a little longer as opposed to an ankle crop, I can probably play around with both of these lengths. Material, it's a viscose rayon linen. It's not the best out there, but I think it's fine. It should be fine. It's probably even great for a vacation. You could probably roll it up in your bag. It would be just fine and probably very wearable. Next up is this midi dress that has this eyelet detail. It's linen. Don't think I'm the biggest fan of this style of dress with the eyelet pattern. Depending on how an eyelet is done, I like it or I don't like it. It's not really my aesthetic. It's very sweet and soft, and I'm just not a sweet, soft type of gal. But this is lovely, and it looks like it would fit beautifully. I like it better in black than in the natural. Looks like they have full stock in every everything. That's the thing about Banana Republic. Some things sell out like that and some things stick around for a while. Not quite sure how new this collection is, but being that it's called July collection, I think it fairly just recently came out. Linen pop over top. I do not like this pattern that they have here, this green and navy tie-dye. It's a lot going on and I'm not a fan, so I would stay away from this pattern. I'm also not the craziest in love with the overall silhouette of this top. I don't think I like the sleeves. They have a little bit of a bell sleeve to them, and I don't really like the collar with, I like that it's a little more than a basic t-shirt or tank top. And if you saw my last video, I talked about how to elevate your basics and how to change just one item in your outfit to instantly make it a little more chic. And one of those things was to change out your basic t-shirt for something a little more visually interesting. And this could qualify as that, but it's just not my taste per se. I'm not a fan of this either, unfortunately. Another miss, I have to say. I don't like the contrast between the pattern and the dress. And then it also has these little bow detail here with an opening down the entire chest, which is also a little hard to execute, especially if you're a lady like me that wants to wear a bra. You're gonna have to commit to showing your bra through the top here. I mean, I suppose you could wear a bikini top under it, so you just have a string there, so the string hides. I'm also not crazy about the silhouette. It's mini, which is great, but then again, it has that pleating in the tier here that just makes it read very, very youthful. I would stay away from this one. Now here's another version of the eyelet dress, but this is a tank top and midi skirt combo. For some reason, this is a little more striking to me than the dress. I prefer to have a top and bottom cord set versus a one and done dress. I personally feel a little more put together when I'm in a cord set than when I'm in just a single dress. That's just me. I think this color is stunning. It's a red clay color, so it's a very muted red. This model looks incredible in it. I love the column style of the skirt. It seems to move fairly nicely so that it doesn't read very frumpy, and I just think this has a gorgeous look to it overall. Only thing I'm not crazy about is the back has this open slit. It's going to be difficult to wear a bra behind this. I don't know how open and closed this is, and on the picture, as you can see, it's fairly open, so you might have your bra peeking out the back. That's just something I guess you have to accept or avoid. Next up, a little lace beach dress. Now this is darling. I would definitely wear this to a beach, but for $200, this might be something that you can have forever and ever and ever and definitely get your cost per wear out of it. I would probably wait for this to go on sale. Now these look really comfortable, slip-on, elasticated waist. They're 98 cotton, 2% spandex. That Banana Republic is very good about describing their garments. And they have here a mid-rise of 9.5. Now on the model, it's hitting her right below her belly button. The thing about going off the calculation of the rise is that you never quite know until you're wearing it, because you might be longer or shorter waisted than this model, and this could look very different on you. And what I found in recent try-ons is that you don't always have to rely on that number. Sometimes it's best to try on the garment, because some things say mid-rise, but they're covering my belly button, and some things would say high-rise, and they were falling below my belly button. So you really don't know until you try something on. So if it looks like it might work, then it's best to give it a shot. Now their regular inseam is a 26.5. The long inseam is a 29.5. So that is probably hitting me maybe just brushing against the top of my foot. This might be one that I stay away from, but the length might work a little better for you. They do look like a nice relaxed casual pant, and they come in navy and in cream white. The white seems to show the pocket on the model, so they might look like they're a little see-through, but the navy seemed a little better. Cotton poplin lace-up cropped shirt. I would completely stay away from this. I think it has a little too much going on. I'm not crazy about the lace here in the front. It's like a shoelace detail. I really don't like that type of style on a garment. I think it cheapens the look of it, and I don't think it's very elevated at all. Also, it's got 3/4 sleeves that are a little balloonish. I'd say just skip over this one. Also, this romper, I don't like the look of the white drawstring on the black romper. It's definitely cheapening the look of it. I know it's probably tying into a nautical vibe. I just wish the rope detail was the same color as the garment. The same with the red, it's got a white drawstring. Also, it comes in that blue and green tie-dye, which I'm not crazy about. I would skip over this. What I do like is the thing right next to it is a belted linen maxi dress. Now this is stunning, and it's funny, I just saw an article on, I think the editorialist or Who What Wear, I'm not sure, but they mentioned that this green color is overtaking butter yellow as being the color of the summer. Not quite sure how accurate that is, but I am seeing a lot of this green pop up. This skirt looks beautiful. It has a belted detail with it. And sometimes I say to remove the belt because it looks like it cheapens the garment, especially when it's the fabric type of belt. But this one's not bothering me. I think it's just very understated. Also comes in a navy, which is a striking navy color. I love it. And it has some flow to it. It looks like it's a maxi on this model. I love that it's paired with a simple white t-shirt. I think this one is a stunning option. Now here's another item that has that same embroidery that we talked about earlier. However, this is a green on green. So it looks a little more subtle. It's that same green that we just saw in the skirt. And then the green on the embroidery is a little darker, but it makes it look a little more understated. And I actually really like this set. Again, it has that tie detail here through the middle, but then she's got it opened up and she's got like a little sports bra on top. And I really like this. I think it would make a great outfit for a vacation or going poolside or to a resort. The navy has the white detail and it's just a little louder and not as understated as the green version. Crochet and poplin mixed medium dress. It seems like it has a lot of pleating and draping on the bottom half, which can be very flattering. It's definitely accentuating the waist. It's a midi length and looks like it only comes in this navy color. I think it's lovely, but not exactly my taste. Next up is this crinkle tie front cropped blazer, and it has a matching pair of pants. I'm not crazy about this. Let's create a blazer but make it very casual, or let's merge a blazer with a pajama top. I don't know. It just doesn't read as something I would wear. It has these little pockets here, which I'm sure are false and something I would probably stay away from. Let's just skip over this one. Now here's a cotton wrap maxi dress in a very bold pattern, which I'm not exactly quite sure what it is. Is it paisley? Is it floral? It looks like there might be butterflies on it, or I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna stay away from this one. And then there's the black paisley version, which is definitely more understated, but I don't think I like the overall style of this dress. The wrap style, the poofy sleeves, no, I think this one's a no. Mid-rise cotton capri, and it's got a kick flare at the bottom. It's cutting her off at the wrong part of her leg. I know capris are a somewhat trendy item for this summer. I feel like if you're gonna wear a capri, it needs to hit you right at the bottom of your knee before you hit the calf, or it just needs to be in the ankle length. Anything longer in between that area is just very frumpy. Even still, if you're gonna wear a capri, I think you should make it black and keep it monochromatic. That way it elongates your silhouette. It's very, very hard to pull off. I don't even think the model can pull it off. It's just not a flattering silhouette. So let's skip over that one. We're about halfway through this video and I hope you're having as much fun as I am. If you are, please make sure you're giving this a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. My name is Maria. If you love looking modern, sophisticated, classic with a little bit of a modern twist, then this channel is for you. Okay, back to the review. Oversized linen shirt, a nice stripe. This is classic. Also comes in some solid colors. I don't think there's anything wrong with this if you're looking for a very simple basic, and it's 100% linen. I like the cut of it. Linen square neck midi dress. I think a square neckline can be very flattering. I like that it is a little lower on the chest, and so it doesn't look like your chest is hanging too low. So I think it's quite flattering on the model. It's got two straps in the back, so it might be hard wearing a bra bra with it. It's 100% linen, beautiful green color that seems to be trending, a yellow faint pattern, which seems lovely. If you want a pattern, I would definitely say to consider something like that because it's almost invisible. The pattern, I mean. But it's a beautiful dress. I just don't think I could wear this. All right, here's a weekender short. It's a 4-inch short. It might be a little short for some of you. I'm looking at the fabric content and it actually is a 97 cotton, 3% spandex. Now, upon closer inspection of the model, you can actually see it in the garment that the spandex is compromising the structure of the cotton. The more spandex you add to it, the more flimsy and less rigid the cotton actually gets, of course, and it actually makes it look a little cheap. Like you can even tell on the hem of the shorts, it seems a little wavy, a little wonky, and it's definitely making them look like it's like a cheap fabric. I would stay away from 3%. I just don't think it's a good quality. Sure, they'd be really comfortable, but they don't look very good, and I'm sure they would probably lose their shape as a result of that spandex. So that's a no for me. Also a no for me is this maxi dress that has this tie-dye detail to it. I would skip over that, but I'm also not crazy about it in the solid olive or the solid black. Why they would put white straps on the top, I don't know if they just wanted to create a contrast of color, but I'm not crazy about how that looks. I'm also just not crazy about the shape. I think we could do better than that. Like I said, it's not always necessary to have a waist accentuation, but I don't think this dress is executed as best as it could be, so we could skip over that one. This next item is a button front drawstring top, and I would absolutely say stay away from the tie-dye version of it. The black doesn't look as bad. It is diminishing the detail of the top, so you don't see it as well, but it's very apparent in the tie-dye top, and I really do not like those drawstring details that are here. Even from the back, it has this weird drawstring detail in the back, and I'm just gonna skip over this one. It's not my favorite style. I think we could have something a little more sophisticated than that as an option. It looks youthful and not a good way. I would also stay away from this matte silk maxi dress. I'm not crazy about the sleeve detail. I also don't like this type of detail when it comes under the boob, because I always feel like the boobs need to sit in the right spot to flatter. I don't like it when that shape cuts you off too high and then you've got like half boob underneath it and half boob on top. You know what I mean? I don't like this. I don't like this. I think it's too difficult to execute correctly, and that sleeve detail, it is just a no. Now here's another wrap maxi dress. Now from the pictures, it looks like this dress has a lot of beautiful movement. It looks like there's a nice big slit up the leg that shows a lot of movement, shows a lot of leg, but I also think it's probably the way the model has been situated in her photograph to accentuate the opening in the leg. There's no video here to show the movement of the garment. I think the black is the best option, but again, it's got that cheap rope detail through the middle, and I know they're trying to be very nautical with the vibe here, but I'm just not feeling that rope. It turns out these leather details here are removable, and it also says the rope belt is removable, which is fantastic. I think it makes me like this dress even more because it has that versatility. All right, here's a mini shirt dress. I like the mini length of it, but I'm not crazy about the sleeves so much. It's not bothering me that much on this dress, but again, that drawstring through the middle. It's not as bad in this ivory color because it's kind of all blending. If I were to pick any of the colors, it would be the ivory, simply because rope detail just kind of disappears in it. All right, another shirt dress. This one has the split neck detail, and I'm not crazy about this one either. The rope detail, the split neck. It does have a slit up the side, which helps show some leg, but I'm feeling like these are really not doing anything for these models. All right, here's a jersey maxi dress. Now this looks like a beautiful evening style type of dress, but also rather casual in its appearance. It is a strappy halter neck, so you'd have to either go braless or wear a strapless bra probably with it if you can hide it in the back. Doesn't look like the back goes that low, maybe a little too low for a bra. The flow of the dress almost looks very much like ballerina-esque. Or maybe it's just this beautiful, thin, statuesque look of this model that's making me feel like it's a ballerina. It's beautiful. We have a crepe twist shoulder dress. It's got a little bit of a cowl neck here in the front. That's not my favorite type of neckline. I think it's a little unflattering and I don't like droopy things. I think I said it in the Talbots video. A droopy neckline makes me feel like my whole face is drooping. And it also has this asymmetrical handkerchief type of look to it. I know asymmetry is in right now, but the handkerchief look looks a little dated right now. Let's stay away from this one. Now here's a gorgeous halter mini dress with cutouts that I accidentally skipped over. And I don't know why, because this is probably one of my favorite dresses of this video. I love the mini style of it and the cutouts are just in the right spot. You might have a little trouble getting a bra underneath there, but I think this is a stunning dress and perfect for vacation or a hot summer day. Here's another evening style dress. This is another jersey midi dress. This one has a twist through the waistline, and I think that could be both accentuating and concealing in the right way. So this one looks really stunning. I think this is more forgiving for more mature women that wants to wear a bra. Looks like you can easily dress it up for a wedding. I think this one is a beautiful option. This one looks quite interesting. I like the barrel leg of it. It's subtle, but it makes a statement. It is utility, so it does have a bit of a cargo pant. However, it seems very flat, almost very minimal in its style. So I do like the look of that. I think they look very flattering on this model. A nice waist definition. So the regular is an inseam of 27. That's not bad. And the long is a 30. The petite is a 25. I do prefer the cocoa brown over the sage color, and I love how she's got a tonal look here with the dark espresso brown tank top. I really like these, even though they're utility, cargo. I mean, I'm wearing a utility skirt here from last year. This is last year's Banana Republic, and this is a new piece from this year. I'm not completely against a utility style. It just has to be done in the right way. Here's a stunning pair of pants that are specified to be for the beach. They're very crochet, very see-through. I can see myself wearing these on a beach vacation somewhere. They look like a stunning cover-up. I would definitely do either a white on white or a black on black so that there's little contrast underneath the garment, but these look like a very cool beachy type of piece. Not something I'd wear in public, but you know, heading down to the pool or down, you know, to the beach on vacation, look very elevated, very stunning. I am also loving this crochet bralette that is a matching set to those beach pants. This is just a gorgeous vibe. Here is a linen pull-on ankle pant, and I really love the look of this one. It has a matching top with it. The inseam seems a little short. It's a 26. However, I would probably opt for a tall for myself, a 29, and the petite is a 24. So you can probably play with the length depending on how short or long you want them. Are they 100% linen? Yes, they are. I really love the look of these. Now the white looks a little see-through because I can see the pockets through the pants on the model, but the red and the black might be a little more forgiving. I also like the tops that they paired with each of the items. They're all quite interesting and they all look great. Nice looking casual pant. Okay, quick rundown of the tops and blouses. I like this mock neck top. I do not like the cinched waist shirt. I do not like the linen open back tank. The cotton tie front V-neck top, absolutely no. Stay away from this one. Oversized linen cropped resort shirt. I think this one is darling. And the linen boat neck cropped top, also a nice one. Great with those linen pants I just mentioned. For jeans, I'm loving these high-rise relaxed barrel ankle jean. I think I tried this on my denim video, and I found these to be, I think, rather nice, if I recall. Let's pop over to accessories, because I am always a fan of Banana Republic's accessories. I think they're good quality and very well done. These kitten heels look fabulous. I hope they're available because they're really, really darling. If you could find them in your size, I think these strappy kitten heels are fantastic. This leather sandal is also very chic and minimal, and I like the look of this one as well. Jewelry, this O-ring sculpted medallion necklace is stunning. It's got that leather cord that is very popular right now. Also very similar to it is the leather oval pendant necklace. So this one is just a ring, and this one is gorgeous too. These earrings are all really stunning and very interesting. They have a black version and ivory version. I really like the look of these. Very minimal, but also making quite a statement. They have a set of bangles for $70. And I went to TJ Maxx and I bought 3 of these guys, resin or acrylic, for $12.99. I don't think you should be spending $70 for 2 when you can find them a whole lot cheaper. So this collection is inspired by travels to Mallorca. I'm going to quickly run through some bestsellers and just see what catches my eye, because I do always like to see what is selling, what is considered popular, what majority of women's taste is out there. The corset midi dress looks lovely. This cotton poplin open back shirt dress, it does have a little cutout in the back. Elasticated through the waist, like that, it's very interesting. I'd stay away from this crepe maxi dress, but this stretch strapless long midi dress looks absolutely stunning. It's very column style and looks really gorgeous on this model. This is a very light blue color, but it almost looks white, but it's actually a very, very faint icy blue. It's stunning. This little mini dress looks okay, looks a little short on the model. This peasant dress, I could take it or leave it, makes for a good beach cover-up probably. This swing mini dress I think looks darling. It's a fun shape. I would stay away from the linen peasant blouse. I'm not a fan of the sleeves. The linen square neck long vest looks fantastic. I love that. I think it has matching trousers. If you saw my last video, I showed some Banana Republic pieces on there. They're from the earlier spring summer collection, but this top here is one of those, and I really love the look of this one. I was also really in love with the poplin shirts that had the belted detail, and I really loved the 2 tops that I also showed, both of which had cutouts in the back. Those were really lovely. I also loved the wide leg pants with the slit up the side. Those were so cool. I love how relaxed they were. They have a very voluminous wide leg. I think they're nearly sold out, and I can see why, because they were really, really cool. All of the pieces I loved in today's video will be linked by number in the description box below, and I hope this helped narrow it down for you as to what to look for if you're shopping this site. I had a lot of fun reviewing this with you. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't yet already. This is what we're all about on this channel: chic, feminine, sophisticated, modern fashion for the woman over 40 or any age for that matter, because I do not like to put an age limit on style. We recently passed 30,000 subscribers, and I am so very grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for being here. Make sure you say hello in the comments below, especially if you stayed all the way to the end. Let me know what your favorite piece was on the website, or perhaps what brand you would like me to do next. Thank you again for tuning in. Please take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.